Yeah, I told her. Hello. So we are almost ready to go. I would like the monks and the nuns to go up to the Gompa. We'll start the procession soon. Hello. me que tola bus man, tawan que tola busa sala gire. Busasa. The pacho. All right. Yeah, come this way. To the other way.
Yeah. Come, go. Come here. Come. Yes, inside. Come.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just.
So we
Cover
do
them.
this.
All right. The photo, please, inside in the middle. Yeah.
And under the Pedro son de Sony, Gonji Chishains.
So good morning, everyone, and welcome to His Holiness the Dalai Lama's birthday, 85th birthday celebration. So in order to start this event, we're going to first of all recite a prayer illumination, the threefold faith, which is a supplication to the 17 foremost Panditas of Nalanda Monastery. The God of gods, risen from the compassion to benefit wandering beings, has attained transcendent protections and abandonment, and liberates sentient beings through teaching, dependent rising. I bow my head to you, the conquerors and mortal teachers. I call to mind the esteemed Nagarjuna, who prophesied to introduce the Madhyamika system, the excellent path, who was skilled in clarifying the meaning of suchness, free of extremes, the intention of the mother of the conqueror, to profound logical presentation of the dependent rising. I call to mind the Bodhisattva Aryadev, his principal spiritual son, previously learned and accomplished, who traversed the ocean of Buddhist and other philosophical systems, who is the glorious crowning jewel amongst the oldest Nagarjuna's thought. I call to mind the esteemed Buddha Palita, who clarified the ultimate meaning of dependent arising, the thought of the superior, the essential point of the profound existence as mere designated in name, and who has ascended the most state of illusion. I call to mind Acharya Baba Viveka, who introduced a philosophical system that refutes extremes such as truly existing production and accepting the shared perception of body cognizances and external objects. I call to mind promulgated the path of the sutras and tantra, who was skilled in expanding the profound and vast middle way system, in which appearance and emptiness eliminates it to extremes to depend arise in the merely conditional nature of things. I call to mind the Bodhisattva Shantideva, who was skilled in teaching the host of fortunate disciples, truly marvelous path of great compassion, who the versatile means and reason of profound and vast. I call to mind the great Abba Shantarakshita, who introduced the middle way to suit the disciples' mental dispositions, who was well versed in expanding the rational living way and divine cognition, who disseminated the teachings of conqueror of the land of snow. I call to mind the esteemed Kamala Shila, who thoroughly explained how to meditate systematically on the middle way, thought free from extremes, and the union of meditative quiescence and spatial insight according to the Sutra and Tantras, and flawlessly clarified the conqueror's doctrine in the land of snow. I call to mind the stream of Sangha, whom Maitreya inspired and looked after, who was adept in disseminating all the Mahayana sets of discourses, who would build the path to us, and blaze with a trail of mind on the system. I call to mind esteemed Archer, who by maintaining the darkly empty system of the seven treatises of Abhidhamma, clarified the philosophical theories of the Vaishika, South Tantrika, the foremost sage renowned as the second omniscient one. I call to mind the esteemed Dignaga, the logician who gave us discerning eye of fine discrimination, but thoroughly opening 100 epistemological doors to reveal the system of Buddhist scriptures rather than logic. I call to mind the esteemed Dhammakirti, who fathomed the vital points of Buddhist and other systems of knowledge, grounding conviction in vast and profound parts of the South Tantric and Chitta Mantra, and was adept in expanding the bowels of the ways of the Dhamma. I call to mind the esteemed Vimuktena, who led the light on the meaning of the ornament of clear realization, in accordance with the middle way system, free from the extremes of existence and non-existence. The meaning of the perfection of wisdom as it came from the Asanga brother. I call to mind the esteemed Harapiatra, who clarified the three mothers of supreme perfection of wisdom scriptures in line with my instructions, and who conquers prophesies would expand the meaning of the mothers. I call to mind the esteemed Guna Prabha, excelling in stability and learning, who integrated the intentions of 100,000 categories of Vinaya, and in accordance with the Mula Samasvadin system, thoroughly and unmistakably expanding the direction. I call to mind the esteemed Shakya Prabha, the Divinaya holder, master of the treasure, three persons.
In order to ensure the longevity of the flawless Vinaya teaching.
Thoroughly explained the vast scriptures meant. I call to mind Joa Tisha, the Grand Lord who caused the conqueror's teaching to flourish in the land of snows. We expand in the past of the three individuals the doctrines of vast and profound teachings of conquerors, making such invocations with an unflinchingly pure mind to these exceedingly fine sages who are the ornaments for the world. On sources of stupendous, elegant teachings, may I be blessed now, may mature the mind stream with liberation. By understanding the meaning of the two truths, the way things exist, we ascertain through the four truths we arrive in cyclic existence. Endangered by the valid cognition of our faith in the three refuges will be firm. May I be blessed to establish the root of all liberation. May I be blessed to perfect the uncontrived awakening of the mind bodhicitta, which is rooted in renunciation, the aspiring of the purification of suffering in its source, and that boundless compassion that wishes to protect wandering beings. May I be blessed to be able to develop quick and easy conviction about the profound parts of the perfection of wisdom and the Vajrayana by listening to, contemplating, and meditating on the meaning of the commentaries of the great pioneers. May I, in life after life, obtain the good basis of human life, possessing the three precepts, and contribute to the doctrines of the great pioneers with respect to upholding and propagating the words and the insights of teaching through explanation and practice. May all religious assemblies be filled with knowledge, sages, practitioners, passing their times in hearing, contemplation, and explanation, and having totally given up warm livelihood, may the ground of this great world be adorned in this way. By such power, may all the grounds and parts of the sutras and tantras be traversed, and by quickly achieving the state of an omniscient conqueror, spontaneously fulfilling the two purposes, may I work for sentient beings as long as space remains.
Ninji Chimbe Yeru Chebaye, Pendi de Savara Pusum Zabanga was a hero and Ninji Sungin Gombo Tremasum Bamba, Sanjipe Montama Janti Changa, the Ninji didn't give it a shit tambo, he never did Choromoa. Kenton Tamba Chuden do it as usual, Medala Dalama in Chubini, Sojorang was such a pages. The Ninji didn't give it a shit tambo, Kenton Tamba Chuden do it as usual, Medala Dalama in Chubin, Sojorang was such a pages, the Ninji didn't give it a shit sumba. Kandirave Kovish goes, Penda Deva Malin Jungini. Generation Denze Janzoye Shavis in the part of dangerous. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay.
After Tony. That's all. We'll offer now body, speech, and mind to His Holiness.
you so much.
All right. Thank you very much. Please take your seat. Tashidale, everyone, welcome.
Yeah, and Jada Sujatam Rochis.
We can distribute the chai and the sweet rice for our guests.
Then Tambudi Titering Zamni Shidi Tebe Consalamin Namdi Yangun Javi Ombu Choki Gondan Jej Kangala Pebi any good Trunger Kinimu Sonzi Shu Nimu Dilia Kigiones Chidan Zambalin Laya Tanda Nasadi Gembi Chik Mindunzum Chialaya Galaka Ushuji Chayo Dana Ganzuchi Tab Leba Jilaya, Nadin Dinalaya, Mekana Kanzum to Yanza, and Ganzi the Tab Tinchin and Javarmuchi Tongar, and Garansula Pabigi, Kan Gigi, and Dindishu Chuandi, and Suzumani, Nin Tabane, number Samolaya, Tuji Shunduchos.
Sorry. Am I on? Yeah. Good morning, everyone. So thank you very much for coming and welcome to Chinrezig Institute to celebrate with us the 85th birthday of His Holiness the Dalai Lama, who is worldly renowned as the biggest champion of peace and well-being. So we're quite fortunate to be living in Queensland under the current restrictions. We can host such an event. COVID-19 is affecting people around the world, not only here, but all over the world. And luckily, we have the ability to meet here today together and to celebrate the birthday of His Holiness the Dalai Lama. So thank you very much for coming, and Tashdele, everyone.
Nganzu Javarum Chi Kunzo Tenjolaya, any Kandin Shuji, any permit Jinzuki, Tirin and Javarum Tonga Nimolaya, Kai D, and Ngalarasu D, and Sonju Tony, and Rosan Sugar D, and Yabuji San Rochis.
Can you hear me? Yeah. So I guess just said that speaking about the activities of His Holiness the Dalai Lama and emphasizing how kind he is to all of us by and large in the world, is something that Geshe cannot do himself. It is so vast and extensive. We have a letter that was sent to us by the representative of His Holiness the Dalai Lama here in Australia, and Geshe thought of reading this letter that emphasizes and lists down the activities of His Holiness the Dalai Lama. So bear with me for a second, we'll have the letter. All right, in a minute or two. All right. So it's a statement of the Kashag, the Tibetan government in exile, on the 85th birthday of His Holiness, the great 14th Dalai Lama of Tibet. Today we celebrate the 85th birthday of His Holiness, the great 14th Dalai Lama, Jesun Jampan Ngawan Lobsan Yeshe Tenzin Gyatso. The Kashag and the Tibetan inside and outside of Tibet pay our heartfelt greetings to His Holiness and celebrate the most revered leader of Tibet, the world's leading spokesman for peace, the epitome of Buddha's wisdom and unconditional compassion. His Holiness, when describes himself as an ordinary monk for Tibetans, His Holiness is the glorious sun. He is a rare and unequal leader who has been shouldering a nation and its people from the time he was 16 years old. His Holiness is the peerless teacher who has been guiding Tibetans through every hardship, both personal and national. When His Holiness was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 1989, Tibetans rejoiced with joy and pride. Our hearts were transported, realizing that the world had acknowledged the uncommon ruler who, as a teacher, first reached for reforms that serve the well-being of the ordinary people of Tibet and for peacefully negotiated solution with the Chinese government, even in the face of grave persecution. Under His Holiness's leadership, Tibetans experienced a profound gift, being beneficiaries of compassion and peace. In March 1959, His Holiness had to leave his homeland as a final result to seek freedom for his people. From the first day he stepped into life in exile, His Holiness has worked to protect his people and preserve the unique cultural identity of Tibet. When Tibetans look at our past, we are reminded of our great loss, but this loss has been bearable. Indeed, it contains hope for a future because of His Holiness. His Holiness has softened the blunt break in our lives and has helped help reshape our sufferings into victorious presence. Tibetans exist as proud Tibetans thanks to His guidance. Today, many around the world view Tibetans as the most successful refugee community with schools, refugees, settlements, monasteries, and a democratic polity capable of representing and uniting all Tibetans. Like a parent with unconditional compassion, His Holiness has made supreme sacrifices to nurture us. His untiring effort and farsightedness have saved Tibet from becoming a mere footnote in the story of the lost and forgotten nations. Authoring over 330 books in both Tibetan and English while having traveled to 55 countries, His honest legacy of humanity, peace, and compassion has already transformed the world. His Holiness is also one of the earliest advocates for environmental protection and sustainability. In recognition of his contribution, His Holiness was awarded the United Nations Earth Prize in 1991, with other initiatives such as advocating the education of the heart in the modern curriculum. Sorry. Okay. Advancing the value of mindfulness in the territory of modern science, promoting religious harmony, and facilitating in-faith dialogues. His Holiness is steering the world towards a more peaceful coexisting among humans and also with the environment. His Holiness's contribution has been marked by the highest of honors, including the US Congressional Gold Medal and Templeton Prize in February this year. His Holiness was voted as the world's most spiritually influential people of the year 2020 in the Watkins list of the 100 most spiritually influential living people. The world today is going through a difficult stage in these uncertain times. His Honest's virtual teachings offer solace, hope, and blessing for thousands around the globe. His teachings call for oneness of humanity and for kindness and compassion to be guiding values of everyday life. How shall we celebrate the life and legacy of such an eminent leader? His Honest is an inspiration to millions around the globe. The world might see His Honest as a human being who has achieved greatness, but for Tibetans, His Honest is the manifestation of the Buddha of compassion. His Honest has single-handedly anchored Tibetans who had lost their homelands, their homes, and their loved ones. Tibetans exist and live full life under conditions of continued disposition because of His Honest. His Honest, the great 14th Dalai Lama's benevolence towards Tibetan people will never be forgotten. As known, this year is dedicated as the year of gratitude to express our deep gratitude to His Honest. We urge Tibetans and our friends around the globe to initiate and take part in activities in their capacities to create awareness about the life and for commitments of His Honest, the Dalai Lama. Around the globe, more than 500,000 people have lost their life due to this pandemic. Taking this opportunity, we offer our prayers and solidarity to all the nations and individuals affected by the COVID-19. As the number of cases surge in India, we urge the public to heed and take the necessary precautions to also follow the counsel of His Holiness. We offer our gratitude to each and every individual, organization, and government who has supported His Honest initiatives and joined us in the just cause of Tibet. Tibetans acknowledge with deep gratitude the depth we owe to His Holiness, the greatest of all the Dalai Lama. We proudly celebrate your life and legacies and pray that Your Holiness will live for eons and that all your wishes be fulfilled. We pray for the day when Tibetans in Tibet will get to seek His Holiness's blessings and teaching from His seat in the Potala Palace in the land of snow. May your light continue to shine upon us. Dekashag, 6th of July, 2020. So we're going to have now a procession of people offering katas and offering to His Honest's throne. So I would invite, first of all, the monastics to please come forward and make your kata offering, and then the general public can join us and do your own offering. So we're going to have now a procession of people offering katas and offering to His Honest's throne. So I would invite, first of all, the monastics to please come forward and make your kata offering, and then the general public can join us and do your own offering. Thank you. So we're going to, while people are lining up to offer katas to His Holiness's throne, we're going to offer the tea and the sweet rice.
Lama Sangye Lama Shu Teshin Lama Gendun de Kunji Chebo Lama de Lama Namla Choba Be Yon Chaya Nazo Medo Dan Chesham Dube Nasa Chechoso Ngusham Yechun Chachen Jamson Sonam Shinjo Jela Choba Be Enjoy.
So in order to speed up the kata offering ceremony, if you would like to offer prostrations later on, so just offer your kata and we can do prostrations later on, then we can also move on to the next part of the event. Thank you. If you would like to offer prostrations later on, so, just offer your kata and we can do prostrations later on. Then we can also move on to the next part of the event. Not now. All right. So if you're wondering what's happening next, what's on the list, so Gesla in the center would like to thank all the people that have contributed to the construction and the making and the offerings and the work in kind of this amazing garden of the Nolanda Masters. So this is what we're going to do now. After that, we're going to have a couple of songs and dances from the Tibetan community that came to visit us from Brisbane. And we're also going to offer a birthday cake and some songs to His Holiness the Dalai Lama.
This year, just to
Then you've got to come and help. Help give delegations.
Yes, it's here. Yeah.
You want them here.
Yeah, here. Yeah. Whatever. It's easy.
Help her.
Some help, please. Okay. Yeah, here.
You want me to give it one cup out?
단단간주 나는데 마스터 가든 디 총름 돌두지 쉐인스.
Gesla wanted to say a few words about how this Nalanda Master Garden came to be.
딩스단 나니 간주 진단가 봤으지래야 아니 삼로 콜 아니 디나라야 따다다 아니 계규 그조 집에게 아니 겐든 바다 아니 좀 겐바 총가 루루 체체니 아니 마음 비찰이야 간주 디 추조들이야 아니 lemba tumbiambo ani genru choni lama tunga ba kunyi chi yobaina ani kebaji dos dishu che ani ngazu lengua thambu di nani chinda ngabe damju tsamla ya lengua tsambares.
So the idea to create this Nalanda Master Garden came up last year during the month of May. Gesla had that idea, and it came out during his visit to the Bendigo Center. He came back to Chimrezek Institute and he started to engage the monastic community, telling them about his idea and vision to create this Nalanda Master's Garden. So as you can see, there are 10 statues here. So over here, we have a statue of the great Master Lama Tsongkhapa. In the middle of this set of statues, we have a statue of the fasting Buddha, Shakyamuni Buddha. And to the right and left, we have 8 statues of masters that are called the 6 ornaments and the 2 supreme ones, which are considered to be of the foremost masters out of the 7 Panditas of Nalanda Monastery.
nganzu chozo di zen ya jenis lomnyer kan shugu yores lomnyer chesi gi labja lomzen zo di ani temben tumbe wambi ka shela shabi toni ani gyagar gu pendru chogu son tida jamgon mo tsungwa chimbi gu son bod chob ye di shisha chini nganzu lomnyer chigi yenza ani lama namba digi digi kundrashik ani nganzu nendele ya dende shutu bana ani 따다 땜지 간지 토는 간줄에 개바 친구 용거레스 랍지 간주 군데 되게 샹바레스.
Now, if you wonder what's the rationale behind constructing this garden and inviting all the statues to this garden, well, First of all, we call this center Chenrezig Institute, and as the name indicates, it is an institute for study. So we study here the teachings of the Buddha, but also the commentaries that came from the great Nalanda tradition, Nalanda masters. So um, these masters here, not only the six ornaments and the two supreme ones, but also Lama Tsongkhapa, who composed 18 volumes of explanation, commentaries on the teachings that the Buddha gave and also the great Nalanda masters. So in order to seek inspiration, tokens of auspiciousness, and also to mark the success in our study, the endeavor of developing our understanding of study so that we can put it into practice, this idea of creating this garden to inspire us came up.
Things are going to digi song la ya hom nyir che go ya di ta kechen ning tunjin cha yores nganzu nambi chu gu lor yu to la sam tam bai na nambi chu thoma thasa di ya pha bi yu la ya tam tumbi wang bo chog chu namba chin pe che ani ya pha bi yu la thar bi ge nang chu di ani nganzu cha jog ya ka mam bu nang lo la ya nang chu thar yores yin ya ji pi dong ga song de gi temba pe chan cha wa ji ani 다 간지 찬상원지 아니 만족이 샤족 난기 벼기 야컵 나로라야 타바 난신기 롬바신라야 타투 메바디 세부 세장레스 디기 nen가드 카와투니 아니 벼나로 타투바리 롬바신발라 마타르바기 캬바드 가니 쇼바레스 간주 두스테 온디기 섭니 야부지 추마투발라 테니 롬바신발 타르마투바다 벼나로라야 오니 타니기 아니 종가bunga 그 섭니르기 테니 야부지 추발라 테니 and Tandichala, Peggy Nantan Sagi, and me Kangagi, Yimisho Deagi, and Nanchu di, and two bares. Tinza, Nanzu Sachan Delaya, and Sanji Temple Tsuni, Pena, and Chozo the Tsun, Lordship Shevden has Drogo the Inaya. Things Sabuchi, Galayan, Drew Matuyadi, Manzusami Yabuji, Chetu maybe Kansala, then Yungu, Sivu Sejan race.
So then, thinking of the meaning of an institution, a place for study, um, the Buddha Shakyamuni, in an appearance of a supreme Nimanakaya, lived in India 2,600 years ago. He gave a great body of teachings, and throughout different periods in history, those teachings made their way to different parts in Asia. And yet, when you look at the way that Buddhism took foot in different parts of Asia, in not all of them, the Buddha's teachings were able to take firm and deep hold. And if you look at the situation of the teachings in Tibetan society or Tibet in general, and you compare it to other places in Asia, and you wonder, why is it that in Tibet, the teachings of the Buddha took such a stable and deep foothold? With an ability to fathom the teachings of the Buddha to such a great and deep level, whereas in other parts of in Asia, in many places, that situation did not occur. Geshe reckons that the key was establishing institutions that allowed people, facilitated for monks and nuns and so forth, the ability to study to an in-depth level the teachings of the Buddha. So throughout many centuries in the Tibetan system, the study, the research, the insight into the teachings of the Buddha continued on an in-depth level. And of course, those teachings also made their way here to the West. So Chenrezig Institute was established 47 years ago, more or less, 1974, right? So so 47 years ago, we have also established a place for studying the great philosophical system. So in the Tibetan tradition, the five great classics that condense the teachings of the Buddha were commented on and explained by the great Indian masters. Those teachings have made their way here to Chenrezig Institute, and yet it's not that we have been able to develop the deep standard of study so far. So our ability to still be able to preserve the teachings of the Buddha, to hold on to the teachings of the Buddha, would depend upon it hinges upon our ability to study deeply the teachings of the Buddha. So this center, Chenrezig Institute, serves this purpose, and we still have quite a lot of work to do, Geshe says.
Dinza Talen Anzugi, Nalanda Master Gardens, Shuchi, and Delia, Zegudi, Kundati Nation Sovereigns, Mount Balaya, Nanzu Nalanda, and a Lomir Concierge, and Lomir Denia, which is two yagi, Temdig Chedo, Manzu, any Nalandagi, any 7 number Sogi, Kundati, Dendu Shubains, and did Dendu Shubi Kavlaya, and one Tanigi. Delia and it Changu Rorum shooting and number Kachi and Tirindelia, Con number Solaya and Tujilesu and Chada Chunjur Piains.
So, Chambrezik Institute is involved with a study of the great philosophical systems. The great philosophical systems, the 5 classics, were explained, authored and explained by the Nalanda masters, including the masters that we have invited here to reside in our garden, the 8 Nalanda masters. So that is the rationale, the idea behind creating this garden. It will serve as a token of auspiciousness, facilitating the conditions for us to further our study, to go deeper into the teachings of the Buddha, but also studying the 5 classics commented by the great Nalanda masters. So we had quite a few people that came together and contributed whatever they could to the creation of this project. And Geshe wanted to acknowledge them. So we're going to offer the sponsors and the donors that have contributed to this project. And we're going to offer kata and a small symbolic present as a way of expressing our gratitude.
Tendi Jamgolamo Tunga Chimbi, Namdar Nanlaya, Zechin She Yons Tabinani, Zechin Chilaya, Zechu Chamba Chisus, and Jawa Chambon Gombi, Go Shusu Nami Kabdulaya, and Jerome Chigi, Yon Chambi Kuzu Shimbala, Tungin Dribber Chibi, Lujanum, Jizun Chambon Gombi, Shadon Tenju Bella Chober Shows, Tumen Nama Nanshingi, Manzu Tirin Delaya, one Tanigi, and Zeshan Yidongwi, and Tona Mentuba maybe, Yamatumbi on the Kuning Servita, and Gendu Chonyer, Jangola Matsungo, good Didi, ya, and then Tungu Rorom Nangenso, Maumba, and it Tembatumbi on Bore, Yagar Pendure, Jangola Matsungo Chimbi, Son Didi, only Tanning Sosu, Dolo Cambi, and the Lonia Chetuyagi, and a Tada Tendi Cabachinji, your song those.
No, Rintasha. Geshe is asking if that's too long. I said, yes, it is long, but we'll manage. So, Lama Tsongkhapa, the great Tibetan master, the statue is here with us, has performed 4 great activities during his lifetime. One of them was the renovation of a Maitreya statue. So there was a dilapidated Maitreya statue. Lama Tsongkhapa took that statue, reconstructed it, covered it with gold. And Geshe said that, and having done that, he also composed an aspirational prayer, encouraging people to follow his footsteps, his example. So we are doing that. So we have created this garden. So we have Buddha Shakyamuni here in the middle. We have the 8 masters from Dalanda, Lama Tsongkhapa's statue here. And we are committed to continue with the study to further our understanding of the teachings of the Buddha. And we also have people that have contributed, just like Lama Tsongkhapa aspired to or supplicated. We have people that have contributed to the creation of such objects that inspire us and set an example or lead an example for us. So Geshe wanted to now thank those people.
He's a Danganzu Dima Tuji Shia, Nyamba Pu Kabdula. Kashi La Sigris, Ra, that the Penataji Jigdin Chuyi Mugongi made in the La Sigris, Gawagom Roches.
So we have try to keep a list of all the people that have contributed to this excellent project, to this great project. So we're gonna call some people forward now. It is possible that we have left someone out. So Gesla is apologizing if you're left out. Please try to stay free from the eight worldly concern and rejoice in the efforts of everyone. All right. So first of all, I would like to invite Venerable Tony. And
만족이 가서 장가들라는 캔들이다. 고모 얘기 현재라야 간디 간달라자 막 tangaji tradition study고 비기 장가다 간지 템지 다 마부지 지치네 things concept and mendas.
So we have had quite a few people that have contributed to the creation of the garden. Gesla has arranged tankas and tsatsas as a token of gratitude. This tanka that Gesla is showing is a tanka of Jerenpuche. It is a tanka of Garden Hlagema, the 100 of deities of the land of joy, tanka of Lama Tsongkhapa. So what Gesla thought of is to thank the kind donors and sponsors. First of all, we're going to thank those that have made offerings and donations that are greater than $800, and then we're going to also offer thank the rest of the people. So So thank you very much to Venerable Tony. Not only Tony has made a generous donation for this garden, also Tony continuously supports and helps Gesla in the different stuff and project, the different things that Gesla does. So stuff might not be the right word, but thank you very much, Tony. Sorry for that. Next is Pende, Venerable Pende. Akupende. So what we will do is Gesla would like to offer this to the donors, and after that we're going to have a group photo of all our sponsors and donors together with His Holiness's photo. So what we will do is Gesla would like to offer and after that we're going to have a group photo. So we have Venerable Tony and Venerable Pende with us. Both of them are fully ordained. They, in communities of monastics, we have the elders, and both of them are elders. They've been monks. Yeah, Venerable Pende says old, so they've been monks for ages. And they will also remain monks for the rest of their lives. So for us, they set an example, and it's a privilege to have them in our community. So next, I would like to invite Serena and Mark. Serena, sorry. Next, I would like to invite So Marcus and Rina has also been with us for quite some time, and not only they have helped a lot with this garden, but also they participate in many activities. They help out in whatever way they can. So thank you very much, all of you. All right, next I would like to invite Grace, Miss Grace. Next I would like to invite Grace. Mhm. Mhm. When Gesla came up with the idea of the creation of this garden, Grace said that she's happy to help with whatever way she can. She's contributed some money, $1,000, to the creation of tankas of Lama Tsongkhapa. And on top of that, she helps out in whatever way she can, not only to the center, but also Geshla's different activities. So thank you very much, Grace. Sewan and Raina, where's the dog? At home. All right. You should have brought her. She's like the third person in the. Sewan and Raina. Hmm. So Sewan and Rena sponsored Jerimbuche Lamtsun Kappa statues. So Geshe told them a while ago about his idea, and they said they're happy to help with whatever way they can. And Geshe immediately signed them off to the Lamtsun Kappa statue. But on top of that, this is both of them live down at the Gold Coast, and this is Geshe's favorite holiday destination. Thank you. Now I would like to invite the great elder Gary, Uncle Gary. Oh. Uncle Gary. I'd like to invite the great elder Gary, Uncle Gary. Hmm. So this Gary is the real big boss here. Well, you're the minor big boss. We have big boss, and all right.
He's taller than you.
Mm. Mm. So Gary was part of the creation of this garden right from the beginning. You know, so when Geshe came back from Bendigo with that idea, then immediately got a hold of Gary. Gary, you know, helped and took part at the beginning, in the middle, and at the end. But also not only this garden, but also so many other holy objects that we have here at Chinrezek Institute, bringing them up and, you know, all the following through all the process up until the consecration. Gary has been always a vital part of it. Okay. Mm. Okay. Yeah. And unrelenting Geshe says that also Gary has a new project, which is a creation of stupas. So the 8 stupas symbolizing the relics of the Buddha will be created over there. So Gary, you have a new project, and Geshe said that since we still have quite a lot of work to assign to you, then you have to live at least as long as you're dead. Thank you. Colin G. We don't want to create a domestic dispute between you and Gary, so yeah. So as you can see, this amazing tanka structure, that was one of Kyabja Lama Sopa Rinpoche's advice to Chinrezig Institute, asking us to create a better one, stable one, and so forth. So Colin has been working on that for a long time and has brought it to completion yesterday, right? That was... It's not quite finished. All right, not quite finished. I'll hand it over to Gesla. All right. So in Tibetan society, some households have two husbands, you know, two fathers. Yeah. So Gary and Colin are Chinrezig Institute's two fathers. Now, so Gesla decided spontaneously also to offer or to give me one of these tankas. So we know we've been working together for 6 years, Gesla said, and I haven't thrown the towel yet. No, I have been in all the classes that Gesla has been teaching, haven't missed a session. And Gesla said that he hopes that we'll still continue to do it together. And he apologized that he didn't have a bigger present for me, but for this time I'll let it slip. All right, so thank you. So then we also have sponsors, major sponsors that were not able to be here today with us. So first of all, Venerable Jonsel, that passed away last year, was one of the main sponsors of this garden. She donated $15,000 for the statues, and she passed away last year. Lani, her daughter, that is pretty much part of our community, hasn't been able to be here today with us. So we also would like to thank Venerable Dronsel and also all the family. Also, Poonam and Nelson have also helped with major funds and also in work in kind. So we would also like to thank them. And also Mike, Dutch Mike, which is now enjoying COVID-19 in Europe. So we also would like to thank him. Also Rachel Laminiero, thank you very much. Mm-hmm. So we have the people that we've just mentioned, Mike and Lani, Poonam and Rachel, and Nelson and Kushla. So, and Rachel. So they were unable to be here today, unable to come, but Geshe-la would still like to thank all of you. You know, if you're watching us now live, or if you're going to watch it later, thank you very much from the bottom of our heart. Geshe-la will keep the tankas at home. And whenever you come up to visit us, just come up to Geshe-la and get your present. All right, so which one? Yeah. All right, so Palion, please come forward. Thank you very much, Palion. Big Boss Palion. Big Boss Palion. Sonawamola. Sonawamola. I've seen you here. Now I'm wondering, do we have Cassandra here with us today? All right. What about no? No. All right. Tom and Kathy, you've been part of the group of people that have contributed the land to Chinrezig Institute. So now the Nalanda Master Garden is standing on the land that you guys have donated to Chinrezig Institute. So Geshe-la said that he would also like to thank you guys, and also Indigo that is now on TikTok. Yeah. Not true. Kathy has been the coordinator for the advanced study program for eons on end. Kathy has been the coordinator for the advanced study program for eons on end. Now I'm wondering if Philip Williams is here with us.
I think then we go down to here.
All right.
So then we have
All right.
Demchok and Dech.
Yeah. All right. Demchok, and then Dechen. Dechen. Well,
Oh, Demchok.
yeah, Demchok is coming. Yeah. Annie Demchok is the Bunnings nun. Now she's the Bunnings big boss. Whenever Geshe-la needs a Bunnings run, this is the go-to nun.
Lights.
Yeah. No. So Venerable Demchok was not only the Bunnings nun, but she was the one who also arranged for this solar lighting to be installed here. She fundraised for that. Quite a few nuns have contributed to that. So it's contributing to lights, to a light that dispels ignorance, the darkness of ignorance. Dechen? Ani Dechinla. Quite a few nuns have contributed to that. So it's contributing to light to dispel ignorance, the darkness of ignorance. Yeah. Yeah. So Ani Dechinla is one that asks the longest questions during class. She's famous or infamous for asking questions. All right, Leonie. Leonie, where is Leonie?
On the camera somewhere.
Yeah. Mm. Yeah. So Leonie has been an avid gardener here, all over Chenrezig Institute, but also here around the Nalanda Master Garden. But this is only the beginning; it's not the end. All right, Sunny, where is Sunny? Big Boss Sunny. Surfing?
Maddie surfing.
Yeah, the master surfer. Is Lars here with us? Lars, yeah, big boss Lars. Yeah. The master surfer. Is Lars here with us? Mm. No. So Geshe has here a team of people that agree to do whatever he wants. So whenever he needs something to be done, he calls them and they do it immediately. So thank you very much. Steve, please come forward. So Geshe has here a team of people that agree to do whatever he wants. So whenever he needs something to be done, he calls them and they do it immediately. So thank you very much. Steve, please come forward. All right. And last but not least, Kieran. So if you look at this new construction, the gate, Kieran came a couple of days ago, right? At the dead of night and have built this structure. So thank you very much, not only for this, but for everything else. Finished. Geshe had a few people still to think, but he. Yeah. 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 So sorry, Peter, please. Tall Peter. We also have the master bakers that have created massive birthday cake for His Holiness the Dalai Lama, Lin and Mo. Mo is kind of nodding his head. Please. Yeah, you can wear your hat. You look pretty awesome with the hat. Yeah, Mo is also someone that Geshe relies upon heavily. Whenever Geshe needs something to be done, some help, Mo is always there. Oh, Malgo. Nothing would have been possible without Malgo.
Yay.
So Malgo has been working on the sound, video, um, live streaming, and everything. She's been working for hours on end. Yeah, she's been taking her job quite seriously. She's been pretty worried and stressed in the last few weeks, months, making sure that everything happens seamlessly, and also everything around here working so perfectly is due to Malgo. So thank you very much, Malgo. And Turkey, of course, only Turkey. Yeah. So our Tsagitsigi umte. There's no right word for that in English. Tsagitsigi. It's more like someone is like. Like that.
That's enough.
Yeah. Julie. Where's Julie? Julie. Please. Ale. Wow. La. Judy. Yeah. Judy.
Judy, Bowie, come on. Judy, come on. She's very shy.
Under the notification. All right. So. Um, mm. Mm. So we have had also more people that have helped us putting all this garden together, and also in the preparation leading up to His Holiness's birthday celebration. And Geshe apologizes if we haven't mentioned you in name, but we still would like to thank you. We also have a team of volunteers that are still here with us at the center, those that also come as day volunteers that have contributed to quite a few things that we were able to do as of late. So we have Jess and Sophie and so forth at the back. So thank you very much. Also to you. And we will now have the cake cutting ceremony. La. Let's sing happy birthday to His Holiness the Dalai Lama. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Birthday, dear Holiness. Happy birthday to you. Happy long life to you. Happy long life to you. Happy long life, His Holiness the Dalai Lama. Happy long life to you. Hip hip, hip hip, hip hip.
아니 본인 연지 손도 주별람 지제 선생 간지 땡땡도 창나도 공부 창조라 소원대도 전도도 쇼 엔트리 아주 제르드 최소 포니 여러분이 원전 제주를 빼기 그 총각이 땡땡래야 놓고 아니 깨다 아니 마마무니 마무가 마디비 아니 산데 Australia ki kong ab yachi di ngangje ye insan jini jawrum ji tugi insan jini ka an jawrum chile ya tugi in jawrum chi tuji sik ani kutse kawa chisi ka ani shuro chi dini ngangje dini cham minung ji kya di an jawrum chi shisa majina ani cake da ani shela ni ji ngaro chi tuji sik.
So we would like to, first of all, make this wonderful, beautiful offering of cake to His Holiness the Dalai Lama. It is his 85th birthday. We have collected the offerings from the public, and together with the cake, all of us are going to offer $1,500 to His Holiness the Dalai Lama, with first of all a request to live long and still remain with us and lead us for a long time. We would hope that His Holiness enjoys this cake and also food, tea. It went up to 2,000, all right, so $2,000, and we will pass on the offering to His Holiness the Dalai Lama's office at Canberra, and the offerings will make their way to His Holiness. So thank you very much, everyone. No, the plate for His Holiness. Yeah. All right, so we're now going to cut the cake and distribute it to everyone. Thank you very much for the master bakers.
here, my friend, if you truly love me, then I three commitments. And whatever way, you see, wherever you live, try to create compassionate atmosphere, compassionate society. Yes, compassionate society. Then reach then you see, tell more people Tibetan knowledge which come from Nalanda is quite useful. So, whether believer or non-believer, you see, everyone is Tibetan knowledge is to keep as a part of academic subject. So, if you practice, if you pay more attention, that's the gift for manifesting. Okay.
All right. So, while our wonderful staff is cutting the cakes and we're going to distribute them to all of you, we have some friends from the Tibetan community at Brisbane that came to offer some songs for His Holiness's birthday party. So please welcome them.
Hello. 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 Hello, everyone. chana pe me nam che se ong ki lani mang gyo tro de tu nge tham che se ong sa yam ge de jing ga cho ke lani gu che che lo de be me lam shu oh Om sayam gede jiya choke ani gute chalo tembe me lamshu oh sayam gede jiya choke ani gute chalo tembe me lamshu gute chalo tembe me lamshu gute chalo tembe me lamshu thank you gute chalo tembe me lamshu gute chalo tembe me lamshu thank you Thank you.
All right, so we're going to have a lunch break now, cake break, of course. We'll still continue to pass on and distribute the cake, and we're going to have lunch. Captain Amaso Rinpoche is going to come online at 1 o'clock. Fingers crossed that no technological disaster will come our way. But 1 o'clock is going to bless the garden through Zoom and also hopefully give us some advice and teaching. So please stay around, enjoy the day. Meet you soon.